Most people say they don't have time to go to the gym, or they don't have time to work on their business, or they don't have time to do YouTube. Yet there are people with the same life situation as them who still find time to do all those tasks. Let me ask you, why is that? Well, in this video, I'm going to reveal the simple 3-step system that is guaranteed to save time for anyone, no matter how busy they are in life. First and foremost, you need to put it in your head that you own your time. It's understanding that you have the ability to decide how your day unfolds, whether it's dedicating time to academics, pursuing hobbies, or simply sitting and reading a good book. The power is in your hands. You could always have time to do the things that you want to do. Every single minute of your time that you spend on is the choice that you make. So, if you're not spending any time on the task you want done, it means that you have not consciously made that choice to do it. Now, how will you decide what task to do and what not to do? Now, that's where this principle comes to play. Now, don't worry, it's a simple concept. You take a paper and you divide your page into 4 sections: urgent, important, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and neither urgent nor important. And don't worry, I'm giving a free template of this, so you just have to listen and understand the concept behind this. Section 1. Urgent and important. These are things that are super important and need to be done right away. For example, if your project is due tomorrow, it's urgent because it has a deadline, and it's important because you need to do well in college. Section 2. Important but not urgent. These are tasks that are important for your long-term goals but don't require immediate attention. For instance, let's say you have a big exam coming up in a week. Studying for it goes in this box. Section 3. Urgent but not important. These are things that need to be done quickly, but you don't have to do them yourself. You can ask someone else for help. For example, you have a crucial project which is due, but you also need to organize a club event. While both are urgent, the project is more important as it relates to your long-term goals. So you have to decide to delegate the club event organization to another club member. Section 4. Not urgent and not important. These tasks can be a distraction that take you away from your goals. It's often best to eliminate them. For instance, spending too much time on social media. Now, you start off with tasks in the section 1 because they're both urgent and important. Once those are done, you move on to the next section, and so on. Just doing the task list is not enough, because to save time, we need to properly understand where our time is being spent the most and how to significantly reduce it, which we will talk about in the next stage. We spend on an average about 5 hours a day on our phone, or in the span of a year, about 1,825 hours. Is about 76 days of our year being spent on our phone. That's a lot of time being wasted. I used to be addicted to social media, wherein every few minutes I would just keep checking the app if there was some kind of notification, whether there's some message, whether someone liked or commented on my picture, or did someone send me a follow request. It was like each ding from my phone dictated my actions unconsciously. The ding that you get from your phone is one of the main killers of your focus. When you're trying to study or complete a project, you get a ding. You open and check your phone and maybe spend minutes just replying to text, and then you might start scrolling your phone, which results in a lot of time being wasted. Plus, it takes time for you to get your focus back. Now, one of the most simple ways to fix this is to turn on the silent mode so that you don't receive any more dings on your phone. The next thing you can do is to find out which app is taking your time the most. For tracking this, I used an app called Stay Free. This app tells you how much time you spend on your phone, as well as how much time you spend on each app. Now, after you identify the app, you have to delete it. Now, I know you'll have millions of excuses that, oh, I don't use that app that much, or the app doesn't affect my day that much, and so on. But trust me, this is the one thing that will reduce your screen time by a huge percentage. You genuinely know that these apps don't help you in any way, so might as well delete it. Your future self will thank you for this. Now, finally, you have to make sure you do this last step to guarantee that you save at least 3+ hours a day, and to make sure that you don't waste a drop of your time. Google Calendar is the best for this, but you can even use your Notes app and just type in what you would do each timing of the day. When you make this timetable, ask yourself what my ideal productive day would look like, and then put the task to do for each of the time slots. Like, for example, 5 to 6 would be meditation, ab workout, and cold shower. Then 6 to 8 would be deep work. Then 8 to 9:30 would be gym, and so on. Having a calendar is so underrated. Many people just dismiss it, which makes them miss an absolutely amazing tool at their disposal. When you have a calendar, your entire day is structured, so you won't have the feeling that you didn't do nothing at the end of the day. Also, half an hour before the task, you get an alarm for the upcoming task from Google Calendar. You know exactly at what time you would do what thing, so there's no mental energy being wasted on deciding what to do. Now, there's another thing which is important to do, which is to sleep and wake up at the same time every day. For example, getting to bed at 10 p.m. and waking up at 6 a.m. every day. The reason for this is it just makes the routine much easier to do compared to when you wake up and sleep at random times. Now, you might be thinking that doing all this is just too hard. But imagine you doing at least 50% of this ideal routine for the day. I'm sure that that day will be much more productive than your normal days. Now you have learned how to manage your time, but no matter how much you try to micromanage it, you can't have complete control over it. But what you do have complete control over is yourself. When you feel amazing and good, you can do 10 times the work at the same amount of time compared to when you don't feel good. Check out this video where I talk about how to maximize your self-esteem so that you can start feeling amazing about yourself.